Welcome to the Mythic Metamorphosis channel. In this video, we will look at the strange and contentious Paris 2024 Olympic closing ceremony. What was supposed to be a celebration transformed into a show full of foreboding signals, from the abrupt extinguishment of the Olympic flame to the disturbing images that dominated the event. Was this a mere artistic expression, or did it harbor a deeper, more sinister meaning? I will blandly try to present facts, showcasing that this ceremony was maybe more than just a last occasion, or it was a symbolic ritual with ominous overtones.
The first shocking moment of the ceremony was the unexpected extinguishment of the Olympic flame, which occurred before the event had concluded. Traditionally, the flame is kept alight until the end of the closing ceremony, which represents the game's official conclusion. However, in Paris, the flame was extinguished halfway through the celebration. Was the early extinguishment unintentional, or a symbolic decision? This unexpected behavior not only marked the end of the games, but also symbolized a profound loss of unity, optimism, and the essence of the Olympics. The flame, a symbol of peace and continuity, was extinguished in a way that surprised the crowd and spectators, marking a departure from precedent and an ominous start to the evening's events.
Hestia, the Greek goddess of the hearth, is closely tied with the Olympic flame, which symbolizes home, unity, and the eternal fire of life. The early extinguishment of the flame can be seen as a mistaken act that undermines the symbolic link between humanity and the divine fire representing unity. In ancient Greek society, the accidental or negligent extinguishing of a household hearthfire symbolized disregard for the family, while neglecting Hestia's communal fire in the temple signified a failure to uphold communal duty. However, after lighting a hearthfire, rituals of completeness, cleansing, and regeneration should take place, similar to the rituals and meaning of an eternal flame and sanctuary lights. This is why, in our opinion, extinguishing the Olympic fire before the end of the closing ceremony is not a symbolic act of solidarity.
We interpret this as a hint that the New World Order, known as the Cabal, might enforce their global agenda and undermine the pillars of personal and family life. The aftermath could lead to new widespread wars, escalated global conflicts, and a rise in state disputes following the ongoing patterns. Allegorically, if Hestia's eternal fire becomes extinct, what will be finally left to safeguard us? What will happen to the safety of the state and its families, as well as social harmony? The official affiche or poster for the Paris 2024 closing ceremony was likewise heavily symbolic. The primary figure, the Golden Voyager, is shown sinking into a black vacuum, adorned with spade-shaped horns.
This artwork, which is reminiscent of occult symbols, particularly the inverted pentagram, calls into question the ceremony's genuine meaning. A pentagram with the top ray going downward and the bottom angles pointing upward signifies the fallen angel. When the superior ray of the pentagram points up towards the sky, it portrays Christ. When the two inferior points of the pentagram pointing up to the sky signify Satan.
Did this supposed celebration of human achievement hide a secret message suggesting sinister motives at play?
A Golden Voyager, resembling a fallen angel, with spade-shaped horns on his head, a skeletal visage, wings, and gigantic claws hangs from the top of the Stade de France in a golden costume. As the golden figure descends, note how his legs resemble the hanging seen on occult tarot cards, with one leg crossed behind the other. According to the occultists, the figure forms a triangle with his feet, symbolizing the spirit's descent into matter, from the higher to the lowest, and the surrender of self to the greater power in order to achieve wisdom.
As a result, the crowned form appears to be the universe's conqueror from the start. Rather than depicting a triumphant or divine figure, this image seemed to symbolize a decline, from a higher state to a lower one, submitting to a potentially malevolent force. The dark and chaotic performance following the extinguishment of the Olympic flame blurred the boundaries between past and future, showcasing images of destruction, smoke, and ominous rays illuminating the sky.
At the center of this spectacle, the Golden Voyager represented Lucifer's descent and the anticipation of his return through the Antichrist.
By positioning the Golden Voyager as the central deity, excluding any mention of the Trinity God, The performance hinted at a world empire emerging from the remnants of Earth, signaling a transition into a darker era. Suddenly, the Greek national anthem is heard, and two hooded masked men handed over the Greek flag to the Golden Voyager.
The gesture of displaying the Greek flag by a figure embodying the devil can be interpreted as a contradictory act, honoring the nation while also disrespecting the revered beliefs of Greek orthodoxy.
The Greek flag, traditionally a symbol of freedom and democracy, was reduced to a mere prop in this ambiguous ceremony, suggesting a possible mockery of these values and a warning of what may come.
Additionally, the lack of identifiable faces among the individuals forming this infernal trinity symbolizes the dehumanization essential to the global totalitarian regime, reducing people to mere numerical entities.
Amidst the ceremony's climax emerges a grotesque, distorted statue of the victory of Samothrace,
which Samboiseau took from the Greeks.
Headless, wingless, and handleless, this statue represented the perversion of victory and divine favor.
In the context of the ceremony, it seemed to symbolize Lucifer's revenge, a twisted celebration of darkness over light, and a stark warning to those who might oppose this new world order.
Following this, dozens of grey entities symbolizing humanity's diversity arrive for the first time.
These beings wear uniforms resembling labor or protective health clothes, without facial features but wearing masks, portraying a uniformed mass devoid of individuality and reflecting a globalized society with no national or religious divisions.
The movements of the Golden Voyager direct and lead the actions of humans.
Even grey post people have glowing hearts in their chests, which appear to be a sign of the corrupt love that is employed nowadays to justify people's depravity.
This love is nothing more than the deification of the brutal kind of sexual will. And the ritual demonstrated that this will is what drives the populace to acquiesce and unconsciously submit to the Antichrist's dictatorship.
The grey figures emerge from every continent, raising wheels and engaging in a ceremonial dance around them, symbolizing the socio-political efforts to unite the world into a superstate.
A pianist rises from the sea, playing the anthems of Apollo, the deity of light, and Mandea.
The faceless individuals, who serve as laborers and subjects for the Golden Voyager, connect the wheels representing the circles of the Olympic symbol and the 5 continents.
The ceremony concluded with a last terrifying act. The grey masked men erected a human tower, Babel, with the Golden Voyager climbing to the top.
This gloomy and foreboding artwork represented the rise of the Antichrist, the final victory of darkness over light.
As the ominous clouds swirled above, a sense of foreboding permeated the atmosphere, while the unified labor below symbolized the dawn of a new, sinister era under this malevolent governance.
As the ceremony concluded, the Stade de France became silent. The Olympic flame had been extinguished, and the event's terrible imagery lingered in the memories of all who witnessed it. Thus ends an enlightened ceremony of human baptism in preparation for the Beast of Revelation. However, and according to our perspective, even if the event tried to emphasize the devil's rule, let us not simply pray and hope that in the end, God's ultimate authority will prevail. Let us take action to stop the global slavery plan and the forces of darkness. Let us hold steady in our faith, knowing that good will ultimately triumph over evil. Let us be watchful and steadfast in our dedication to righteousness and truth, believing in God's final victory. Stay tuned as we explore deeper into these symbols and what they may imply in the future. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth examination of the Mythic Metamorphosis channel.